What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to discuss concrete footing design Excel spreadsheet. So as you can see, this is a very simple Excel spreadsheet. So I already assumed that you already have your analysis results. So it's time to plug the results, which is the reactions, into Excel spreadsheet. So you can go ahead and then design your footing as well as the reinforcement. Okay, so as you can see, this is a very simple Excel spreadsheet. As you can see in here, so these are the things in yellow, which means we're going to manually input, and then the green ones that comes output from the Excel spreadsheet. So let's go ahead and put some input in here. So as you can see, this is a plan dimension, and also this one is the cross section. So let's just say we want something like 1.5, so 1.5 meter, 1.5 meter. I'm gonna go thickness 300. So cover bottom cover is 50 millimeter. This in here, so you can see. Then this is the effective depth. So basically D minus the cover minus 20. So 20 basically is the diameter of the rebar. So just leave it for now. Okay, so next we're going to put column cross section. So if I go to my this is a very typical 2-story frame. So if I go to my cross section, so properties, you can see the dimension in here. So 400 by 400 millimeter. So just go to Excel and give the result input in here. So 400 by 400. Cell bearing capacity is 150 kilonewton per meter square. Depends on the site that they're working on, so you have to check. Some soils they can even go as 200 kPa, or even some sandy soils like I did previously can go even as 80 kilonewton per meter square, which is too low. So for the sake of our example, just keep it for now. So 150. Now our dead loadings. So if I go to my analysis results, so this is my dead load. Dead load is reactions 72 kilonewton, which is in compression. So this is my contact point. So the force in towards the points, which means in compression. If it is in tension, which means it's going to be away from the point. So 72 kilonewton. Same thing to my live load. You go to my live load here. So you see 48 kilonewton, which is in compression. So 48 kilonewton. Density, I'm gonna leave it as 25. So as you can see, my ratio is coming up okay, which means my bearing capacity is okay. Also my footing dimension is also okay. One thing that I forgot to mention, 25 MPa concrete strength. But you can also go ahead and modify your footing dimension, just make sure to cut cost and keep it effective as possible. So I can go, let's say maybe 1 meter. 1 meter by 1 meter. As you can see, still okay. So 1 meter is my minimum dimension. Let me go 900. It's not working. So I'm gonna keep it as 1 meter. So 1 meter is my minimum effective dimension. Okay, so now it's time to go ahead and design the reinforcement. So one thing, as you put all this input, the Excel automatically gives you all the output, which is moment calculation, shear, as well as the reinforcement that is required. So if you scroll down, there's one catch that you need to catch, which is the minimum required reinforcement. So this is the moment calculation. So here, okay, so this is my minimum design required reinforcement, which is 446 millimeter square. So if you're doing something like a strip footing, which means it's going to be 446 millimeter square per meter, because you're designing per 1 meter strip. But in this case, it's 446 millimeter square, which is per area. So what it means is any reinforcement that is below this value is not going to be acceptable. Say, let's just say you've provided 400 millimeter square of reinforcement area. So what it means is here. So if you put 400 millimeter square, that is your provided reinforcement. What this means is not going to be acceptable. You see. So thankfully we have our table here that is beautifully lay out the value for you. So what it means is we have a diameter 12, diameter 16, diameter 20, 24 and 40 and so on. So I'm going to keep it with diameter 12 for now, just to keep it as cost effective. So as you can see, this is minimum required of bar area, which is 452 millimeter square. 452 as shown in the table above. So scroll down, you see number reinforcement is passing. So what it means is we're going to provide diameter 12 for number of diameter 12 at spacing 300 millimeters center to center. So in a nutshell, we're going to not provide like this. We have our spacings. We know our footing dimension, which is 1 meter. So 1 meter divided by 4, which is the number of bars, and then minus 50, which is the cover of both sides. That gives you around 200 millimeters. So gonna provide 4 and 12. 4 and 12 at spacing 200 center to center. So this is your final reinforcement drawings on your drawings. So that's how you can manually estimate your reinforcement as well as the shape bearing capacity of your footing. Alright, so thanks so much for watching. If you have any question, feel free to ask in the comment section below. So other checks as well, like punching shear. So punching shear is okay. That has to do with thickness. If the footing is too thin, then there will be punching shear in the column. So my thickness 300 is okay. Alright, thanks so much for watching. Subscribe and see you in the next video.